Good morning, guys. So today we're going to draw a heart, a real heart. So let's first draw what people typically think of for a heart. And from the heart standpoint, this is the right heart, and here's the left heart. And a real heart has the same thing. There's a right heart and a left heart. So let's just get started here with the right side of the heart. Kind of goes like that. And then it's twisted like this, so this right heart is actually in front, so that's what you're gonna see. Okay, and here's the left side of the heart, the left heart. So from the left heart then comes the aorta, which everyone's heard about. And it comes out like this. And then this right here is what the blood from your head basically comes from to get back to the heart. And down here we've got the other part which goes back to the heart from your legs and your abdomen, for example. All right, so then from the right side of the heart, the blood goes to the lungs, so let's draw that part. It's called the pulmonary artery, and kind of goes underneath here, comes out behind the vena cava. So here's the pulmonary artery, and let's just draw that as a circle. This will be kind of stylized. All right, so here we've got a bunch of fat actually that surrounds the heart, and that's normal. But if you don't watch what you're eating, you're gonna have more fat. It's just how it is. So anyway, we've got these arteries and veins that supply the heart, because the heart also needs oxygen. And let's just make some branches here, kind of like a tree. Roots, I guess, as well. Just like that. And then right around here, we've got these arteries as well and veins. And they get thinner as you go further away, just like trees and branches. So let's just kind of give an indication of that. So along with an artery, there will be veins next to it. So we'll just draw a couple more branches here just to kind of give an indication of it. So when people have a heart attack, it's these arteries that clog up full of fat and prevent good oxygen from reaching the heart. When the heart doesn't get enough oxygen, that's when a person has a heart attack. So let's just kind of shade these a bit. And I'm just gonna use a crosshatch style here. It's kind of like a rough sketch. So essentially, that's what a real heart looks like. All right, I'd like to make the outline a little thicker, just for more contrast when I draw. So now we've got the aorta here. This part's going away, so I'm gonna put that in shadow. So here I just drew a line right there to put that whole area in shadow, and then shade it in. And I'm just using some cross hatching here just to make it a little bit faster. Then maybe another shadow line here. And again, I'm just gonna do a little cross hatching just like that. All right, so up here we actually have branches that come up. So let's just draw stylized, of course. Some of the major branches here that go up to your arms and to your head. Okay, so some of these smaller branches that branch off these right here, if those clog up, patients will have a stroke, because again, their brain isn't getting enough oxygen. So it's unfortunate, but that's what happens if you don't eat well, maybe. But it can also be from your genetics, family history. Anyway, so back to the task at hand here. We've got a little shadow here, let's say, underneath the aorta. This is the aorta. Here's the vessel that goes to the pulmonary artery, and let's just draw this as a tube. So we've got some shadow inside the tube here. And now let's just draw a shadow line here, and then shade that in like so, and maybe darken it a little bit closer to the edge here, just like that. Okay, so let's just draw like some texture here, just to indicate some of the fat, and maybe darken some of these vessels a bit. So you see this vein or this artery coming out of the fat tissue right here. Okay, so all of this is going to be fat. Let's just kind of make it look like it's not exactly very smooth. Okay, let's add a couple more veins here. So anyway, so this vessel right here, down here, is called the inferior vena cava, which is the main vessel that takes blood back to the heart from your legs, your belly, your stomach, all that stuff. So let's shade this a bit stylistically, like so. Maybe give a hint of a highlight there. Okay. All right, let's continue on here. Okay, so this whole thing's basically just covered in fat. But anyway, let's shade this a little bit. Kind of show a little shadow for where the arteries coming out, the aorta. Okay. And maybe shade this part a little bit more. Obviously, this is just a sketch. And again, I'm gonna darken the outside a bit, the outline. And actually what I'll probably do with this is outline the outside with a marker. Just to give it a lot of contrast. Alright, here I'm just shading it some more. Okay, so again, this is the right side of the heart, and the left side is way back here. Remember, right side, blood that doesn't have oxygen. It's been used up. It's been used up by your body. So it's coming back to the heart because it needs more oxygen. And so it goes to the lungs from here, gets pumped out to the lungs, and that's where you get the oxygen. As you breathe in oxygen, goes to that blood, gets filled with oxygen, goes back to the heart, and then it comes out to the rest of your body again as oxygenated blood through this, the aorta. So this is the pulmonary artery which goes to the lungs, and here's the other side of it. So let's just draw that, and I'll make that a little bit darker since it's kind of like in the back. Okay. And maybe shade this part a little more since it's kind of like in the back. All right, that is pretty much it. That is a real heart. That is the human heart. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little outlining here. I hope you enjoyed that. Just a little anatomy lesson maybe. But this is just a quick sketch. A little shading technique. Obviously there's a lot of ways of shading. And sometimes I'll use my finger to shade it, make it even. But there's products also available for shading so you don't mess up your finger. Okay. That should be it. Thanks a lot for watching and enjoy. Have a great day.